What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our Fulham preview here on Anfield Agenda. It is a 3 p.m. kickoff on Saturday, which means it won't be on TV in the UK, so you're going to have to find a way to get creative. Now, we've just got the right sponsor on board that can help you with that creativity. More on that in a moment. But over the course of this video, I'm going to do my best to give you my predicted 11, explaining my choices, our score prediction, and of course, a little look at Fulham's form coming into this game. As I did mention, though, no better sponsors than Surfshark for today, so listen up, you might just find a way you can figure out how to watch the game. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, the best VPN on the market. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to change your location to access websites in other countries and keep you safe and secure from hackers. Using Surfshark, we here in Ireland can access other countries' Netflix libraries or other streaming platforms like DAZN in Spain for all those important Premier League games. Surfshark keeps you safe and private by protecting everything you do online. Everything. When your device connects to the internet, all that information is, in a way, blurred out. Surfshark is particularly useful for keeping you safe from being hacked if you use public Wi-Fi. Let's say you're in a cafe, you're at college, you're out and about, they've got you covered. Surfshark allows you to use one subscription on unlimited devices, meaning you can share your account with friends or family or that neighbour who's a little bit cheap. On top of all of this, Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can also upgrade to Surfshark One, which includes the VPN, an alert system for breaches related to your data, such as emails and credit cards, and an antivirus software for your desktop. Our sign-up offer gives you Surfshark VPN for a little over €2 a month. Simply scan the QR code on. Right, my friends, we are back, and as promised, let's get stuck into, well, let's have a look first of all, shall we, at Fulham's form coming into this and our recent head-to-heads against them. So as you can see, our recent head-to-heads in the Premier League in 23-24, we beat them by 3-1 at Craven Cottage, and then we had a pretty hectic 4-3 victory over them at Anfield. In the EFL Cup semi-final of the same year, Fulham won, Liverpool won at Craven Cottage, and then Liverpool just about getting the job done 2-1 at Anfield. Now, what is Fulham's form like coming into this one? Well, they did have a win over Crystal Palace by 2-0 in the Premier League. Then they were beaten 4-1 by Wolves, drew 1-1 with Spurs, had a 3-1 victory over Brighton, and then drew 1-1 with Arsenal, of course, in the last round of Premier League games. So we know that Fulham are no mugs, but we also want to know who Arne Slot is going to have available for this game. Now, we are recording this prior to, or before I should say, his press conference that takes place on Friday, Arne Slot. So I'm going to just give you my take on what we know so far and who we may expect to see in that squad. It does look like there's a chance Diogo Jota and Federico Chiesa will be in the matchday squad. They trained with the team today, albeit some of that was away from the first team as well. So I do think Chiesa may be more likely. He's already played an hour for the 21 scoring in that game. So I think we'll definitely see him in the squad, and hopefully we get to see Diogo Jota in the matchday squad as well. If he does, I wouldn't expect much more than maybe 10-15 minutes max for him at the end of the game. On top of that, well, we know that Ibrahima Konate is out injured, although we think he's going to be back before the end of the month. We also know that Costas is now starting to do some work on the training pitch. I don't know yet whether he'll be available for selection for this weekend, but it doesn't look like he's going to be a million miles away, and he won't have missed too long, thankfully. Connor Bradley, same situation there as well. So I think that's pretty much covered where we are with injuries. We know Alisson Becker is back in. So now let's have a look through my predicted starting 11. Let's start with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs, as we always like to do. Now, I am going to explain as we go through my thought process, because you're probably going to think, why aren't you playing X or Y? I'll try to explain it on my way through. So goalkeeper and the centre-backs. Alisson Becker will be in goal, of course, and then Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk will be the centre-back pairing, unless Arne decides to surprise us all and go with Kwanzaa. But for me, no changes there. Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker. Now, into the full-back positions. Well, we know that Costas probably won't be ready to start this game, so I'd be very surprised if we see anything other than Andy Robertson on the left side of the Liverpool defence and Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right. The whole situation with Trent and Real Madrid feels like it's reaching a crescendo for me, so I hope we get closure on that whole saga one way or another soon enough. stuff. So the back five, Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, with Gomez and Virgil van Dijk in the centre back positions. Now though, we move into the centre of the pitch, and Alexis McAllister suspended for this game, so he won't be available for selection. So what did I go with here? Well, the only options that I really had was to stick with the midfield that played against Girona, or to maybe put Harvey Elliott in, and this is what I've gone with. Ryan Gravenberch in the deeper lying position, Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. Now hear me out, I was very, very close to giving Harvey Elliott a start, but I thought to myself, well, if he is going to start a game in the very near future, it's probably going to be the Southampton game in the League Cup coming up midweek next week. So I think maybe give him another 25-30 minutes off the bench, see how he reacts to that and recovers, and then I think Harvey Elliott should get a starting berth, maybe even with Federico Chiesa a little bit ahead of him for that game coming up against Southampton. So that's why I was tempted to stick him in, but I went with Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and Jones. I know a lot of people are also going to be commenting to say, Craig, what about Waturo? We know that the manager just doesn't really fancy Waturo from a starting berth. He may also play, by the way, in the League Cup. But for this, I think this is the midfield we're likely going to see. Now, of course, we move into the attacking third of the pitch, and I don't think you're going to be surprised at what I've done here. So we'll start off in the wide positions. Left-hand side, I've gone for Cody Gakpo, which probably gives you an indication of where I'm going through the centre. And then on the right-hand side, of course, Mohamed Salah, who is now just one goal away from moving joint fourth with Billy Liddell on the all-time Liverpool goal-scoring charts. Cody Gakpo having a great start to the season as well. You can see that he's pushed on under Arne Slot. So that means there's one place left through the centre, and it's either going to be Darwin Núñez or Luis Diaz. And of course I've gone for Luis Diaz because, well, Darwin wasn't pulling up any trees against Girona, so I think common sense would dictate maybe go with Diaz in this one. And look, maybe you give Darwin the run out against Southampton, maybe himself, Chiesa, Elliott, shake it up a little bit, give the manager some more options, and of course give other players a rest. So that is my predicted 11. Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk in centre back positions. In midfield, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai and Jones, and then up top, Lucho through the centre, Salah on the right hand side, and the left hand side Cody Gakpo. So all that remains now is a score prediction for this one. And you know, it's not going to be an easy game. Fulham under Marco Silva are a very good side. Just look at the results that they've had against other big sides. They drew at Arsenal, of course, last week as well. So I did think long and hard about it, and this is what I've come up with. A 2-0 victory for Liverpool. Obviously, I hope it's more than that. I hope it's more convincing than that. But I would take another clean sheet, a couple of goals, and most importantly, another 3 points. And that's what this is all about. We returned, or we stayed in winning ways, I should say, in the Champions League. But we do want to make sure that we pick up the points here and put the pressure back on other sides as well. Because every time we have any type of a drop-off, you can bet your backside that Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, and the media are going to be looking for some chinks in the armour of Arne Slot's side. So let's get the win, and then we can move on to Southampton and the quarter-final of the League Cup. So that is it from me, my friends. Now it's over to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. A special thank you as well to our sponsor, Surfshark. Reminder, if you need to get creative for this one, no better team than our friends at Surfshark. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.